Under normal circumstances, I'm using my Trend Air Shield Pro to keep my face safe and to not breathe in all this dust. While doing this video for you and having to talk through some of it, instead I'm wearing this N95 with the vent on it. I picked these up before COVID, so I'm lucky enough to still have a few left over to wear while doing this. I don't want all that dust in my lungs. I chose to make a cheap and easy indexing jig. The plate I have on there is 120. I have 96, 48, 72, and 60. Naturally, I started with the 48 when I was first playing around. It was easiest to deal with. I have this high-tech block of 2x4 with a nail and some hot glue. It fits into the hole to hold everything in place. I use my little pedestal here, which is dead on center, and I can drag that right across the plate. Now, if I happen to have a vessel or some such other thing that's not a plate, I have this. I generally clamp it down on the back side of the lathe ways, and it'll allow me to go right alongside the vessel or vase or whatever I may have here. Now, how do I get to the next hole? I draw the line, I slide this out, I move it to the next hole, draw a line, pull this out, move it to the next hole, draw a line, and on around 120 times. As you watch this video, you'll see I only use just a few tools to do this whole turn. Obviously my chuck and a calipers. I have a digital calipers. This is a dial calipers, but to be honest, I'm never really looking at the numbers anyways. I'm using this to get the size of the recess I want in the plate. I have an 1/8 inch parting tool here, and I use this to create the recesses. Most of the turning is done with my trusty 1/2 inch bowl gouge. And then of course the beading is done with D-Way 1/8 inch bead tool. I also have a 3/16 here, and I've seen a lot of people who start the outside bead with this wider one bead. And I've done that before, but I've gotten now to the point where everything happens with this 1/8 inch beading tool.
So let's talk about where and how to do the burning. My current burning station is here in the living room. It's a really good spot during the daylight. Not so good once it starts getting dark, as my lighting is not as good as it should be. It's a great spot because I can hang out with my wife. We can watch TV or whatever while I'm burning. Even better, she doesn't mind. I used to have a cheap $20-something from Hobby Lobby or Home or wherever it came from, and that thing was terrible. So once I got going on this, I knew I needed a decent burner. I have this single razor tip burner. It really works well. I'm very happy. The dual might be nice, but so far it hasn't been a problem for me. The tips that I use are a 1.5 millimeter ball tip that looks like this. If you can see that. And that is really just for putting my signature in the year on. And the tip that does all the burning, and I get all those lines from the center in, or the center out, is this heavy duty medium spear. Again, there's many ways to do this. This way works well for me, and I'm able to get this done, and the cost was not gigantically terrible.